fight, become like little warriors. And on the inside they say, the greatness is within. So I just started boxing, and I really like it, and I hope that the greatness is within.
Sorry, I was so used to staring at the sheet that said Gayla Sex Rock, but that's not really her name. I mean, it is. It's her pseudonym. I'm Gayla Sex Rock. Well, actually, Carmen, the girl, the bag lady over there, gave me this for Christmas this year, and it's a singing bowl, and it was made in India. And she gave me this really sappy Christmas card with Woodstock from Sleepy on the front, and she wrote me, like, she filled the entire inside with this, like, big long note, and I, like, opened it in front of all my family. I took her home for Christmas. And so my whole family, like, was around me while I was opening it, and, like, I almost cried. I really did, but I held back because, you know, I'm a tough cat. So, I don't know. I feel like when your dad mentioned, like, talismans, I feel like this is kind of a new one for me. So I'm kind of thinking about where it'll take me. So I think that these are used for meditation, but and healing, and so I'm excited for you. Like 7 years, and there is quite a bit of a story behind it other than it just being like inappropriate and funny to me. But my friend Stephanie and I have been friends since we were 8 years old, and of course knew each other all throughout high school. And during that time, at one point, I don't know if anybody remembers Spirit Fest here in Kansas City. It was the best for 14-year-olds. It was smoke pot, drink, and do whatever. And one of the because you could be grown-ups and make out and slut it up. And at one of the Spirit Festivals, my friend Stephanie and I were sitting in one of the smoker circles, smoking pot, and somehow during it, I don't know if maybe I wasn't cool, maybe people didn't like what I was talking about, maybe I wasn't talking, maybe I was just sitting there stoned, and but by the end of it, all of a sudden I realized that no one was around me, and I was left with the pipe, and the pipe was like, someone had made it and fashioned it into this, it was a penis with a sack of balls that you held on to, and it was really small, and my friend Stephanie might just get dirty, but yeah, we're still friends, and I still love my penis. The next performer will be Jerry Birdsall. Yes, my family almost all came.
Hey. Yes, I'm the mama. And, no, I was just thinking, I don't remember ever doing a show and tell as a child. So I think that's why I'm really nervous. But I'm glad I'm doing this. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, which sort of fits in with what I'm going to share because I work in the alternative psychospiritual, energetic, and shamanic healing arts. So I've really put a lot of time and energy in my life into healing those parts of me that I don't remember. And what I have is also, I didn't know my husband was going to share about his necklace, but I also have a talisman. I have many sacred objects. I really, I collect stones. I talk to stones, and stones talk to me. So I'm really tuned into the other realms, the other dimensions, and I'm very comfortable with that. In my family, I'm called Magic Mama. My kids will call and say, Mom, will you magic me? When they need some help clearing some energies. And so, but this is a very, very special medicine piece, and it has become a medicine piece for me. I don't remember exactly how many years ago that I acquired it. I'm thinking it was probably about 8 to 10 years ago. And I actually got it at a psychic fair. And there was a woman who I found out about, and I started seeing her for sessions when she would come every year. And she had a gentleman with her one year, and he had a table with all these objects for sale. And I walked up to the table waiting for my turn to see Diane, and I saw all these pendants, and I started to visit with him about these pendants, and didn't really get to look or choose, but I said, I'm really drawn to these pendants. And then it was my turn to go get on the table. And when I lay down on the table, I began, as she was working on me, I began to see a sacred geometric design in my inner vision, in my third eye vision. And when I came off the table from that session, I went back to the gentleman to look at the pendants. And in the center of this stone is the design that I saw in my third eye. And so I knew that this was the stone that was meant for me, that would come to me in my healing session. The cut is called the Magician's Cut. So for me, this is the magic of the healing energy. It's the star tetrahedron shape in 3 dimensions. It's cut to represent that. The white stone is called danburite, and that's a semi-precious gemstone, natural gemstone, and it's called the stone of light. So, and this pink stone is a sapphire, and my birthstone is September, the sapphire, and I did not know that sapphire came in any other color than blue. So it was very magical that this pendant came forward for me, and the healing properties of the, actually I want to read a little bit about what that means. The tetrahedron, or four-sided pyramid, is the geometrical principle underlying many types of both organic and inorganic molecules, and provides the microscopic structure of diamonds and of the amino acids that are the building blocks of all life forms on planet Earth. Thus, it is no surprise that the equilateral cross is an ancient symbol of the Mother Goddess and represents the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water, and the 4 directions The magician's stone cut pendant is designed to bring the wearer into harmony with the four elements and the four directions, and to help harmonize your energy field with the cosmic flow of energy pouring from the Mother Goddess and present throughout all creation. Danburite, that's the white stone, the clear stone, is a very hard stone with a vitreous luster. The metaphysical community prizes danburite for its ability to connect the bearer to sources directly, to sources of higher wisdom, and to vast libraries of information located in the Akashic records. Akasha in Sanskrit means brilliant, shining, or luminous. Akashic records is a theosophical term referring to a universal library of light, which records every thought, word, and action, past, present, and future, and the templates for all structures and processes in the material world. Danburite is also known for its ability to help you let your light shine, connecting you with higher self and higher purpose, while enhancing your ability to cooperate with others in group activities, beneficial to all involved. So when I wear this necklace, and I rarely take it off, I even sleep with it more often than not, I feel protected, I feel connected, and I feel like I'm letting my light shine. And something that just dropped into me with that phrasing, let your light shine, is if I could imagine what I might have done for show and tell as a little girl, I would have probably gotten up and sang This Little Light of Mine.
Our next performer is Corey Emig.
All right, whoa, that is really bright.
I tried to turn it down even the second time around.
That's all right. So for show and tell, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I immediately tried to think of what object I would show, and a few years ago I made a point to give away all of my sentimental objects, so I didn't really have anything really to show. But I did receive a really nice Christmas gift this year from a friend of mine who's a writer named Rachel Simmons. And a few years ago we were walking through the Nelson, and I had remembered a funny story and I told her at that time, and completely forgot that I told her until I got this gift. So this is a story she wrote based on the story that I told her. Museum Guard by Rachel Simmons. Ice. The floor was cold like ice. Smelled like it too. Like ice from an ice tray which had retained the plastic smell of its former cubicle. Yet the floor was marble. There was the faint smell of dirt or dust, though there was none. Absolutely not a speck, to be seen or even felt, as Kathleen, Corey, pushed her finger around in a circle, then reverse circle, semicircle. She looked straight across towards the wall and saw shoes. They were orthopedic and beigey gray and belonged to the pantyhose-clad legs of the museum docent. Curious, she thought, how she makes that same wah, wah, wah sound that Charlie Brown's teacher does. It was late autumn, and she had recently viewed Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin. Corey pushed her finger towards the pool of nude collected around the docent.